In the beginning of the unit, we started learning about environment, and I learned a lot about recycling, and I learned a lot new vocabulary to help me explain to people what you need to do to recycle and to just do better and be better with the environment. We learned a lot about going on hikes and how there's different agriculture places where there needs to be environmental help, where there needs to be just people volunteering to pick up the environment, and I learned a lot of overall recycling and picking up the environment and keeping it clean so that everyone can collaborate together to make a better community.
Well, last year, my history teacher, Mr. Bryan, was obsessed with recycling. So that got me to think, wow, I should recycle. And this year, well, last year I didn't do it because I had so much going on, but this year in Spanish we learned more about it. So I was like, hey, maybe I should do more about recycling and care about the environment, so I made plants at my house, and I started recycling at my house as well. And I got my family to do it, and then I got some neighbors to recycle as well.
We have learned a lot about the environment, but most things I remember is that the light and the air pollution and all that is affecting our environment, and recycling would be a great solution for it too. And that's pretty much it. And we also learned that the cars, it contributes to air pollution.
We've learned how to determine what dishes or foods are healthy or not healthy by the ingredients that are listed or that we know of, and depending on those and what are contained in that dish, we can determine whether they're healthy or not. But there are a lot of fruits and vegetables that some I didn't even recognize, but I learned in Spanish, and it was very educational, and to eat more healthy foods.
I've learned to talk about what foods are healthy and why they're healthy and why some foods aren't healthy. I've learned how to compare two different foods, how to describe what's inside a dish. I've learned to talk about like the calories that are in it.
Oh, there's many language structures that we've learned, and I've used them to defend a claim that I've made in Spanish in many ways. And also, there was this assessment we did that if we wanted to go to a place, we had to convince our partner to go there too. And I wanted to go to the park while my partner wanted to go to the movies. So I used many sentence structures to convince my partner so we could go to the park.
I've used the technique persuadir, which is to persuade someone to believe what you're saying. And I do that to convince people and inspire them.
We have been taught to defend and form our own opinions. We often use the subjunctive. That helps me say what I want to say. It also helps me defend what I want to say, because I can make a statement and I can own it and I can be proud of it. I may not always understand what others are saying, but I can connect that back to listening to others with understanding and empathy, and I always try to do my very best. I do not understand what other people are saying 100% of the time, but I always try to understand to the very best of my ability.
I've learned to eat more healthily because I've realized how bad the foods that I do eat are for me. So I've learned to eat more fruits and vegetables and that type of thing. We see what foods or what ingredients are in the foods we eat and how we can make those foods better for ourselves with more vegetables and fruits and stuff like that.
I've started thinking more about like what's in my food that I eat, like how many vegetables it has or the calories and grease and stuff. I can recommend to others more healthy foods or foods that I like that are healthy for them, or tell them why things aren't healthy.
So it's helped me been able to articulate myself a little bit better when I'm trying to talk about what I want when I'm speaking in Spanish, like at work or a Spanish-speaking restaurant. I'm able to kind of get the point across that personally being vegetarian, like that I can't have cheese, like I can't have cheese in that, or I can't have meat in that, and just I've been able to be a little bit more clear about my health choices.
Well, I use a subjunctive like quiero que, I want you to do this, and I said quiero que to recicles, so I can get them to recycle.
I know a lot more about the environment than I did before, and it's really important that we defend it. Well, now I can defend the environment in not only English, but also Spanish, so I can talk to a very large group of people versus just English also in Spanish.
Yeah, I've learned how to like defend opinions because now I usually recycle and I see that recycling is a good thing for the environment, and so when someone is about to throw like paper or something into a trash can, I tell them if they could please recycle it, and if they ask me why, I have a good reason and I'll have like evidence to back it up from the things that are in Spanish. I have an opinion or specifically a different opinion to others, or like to like a family member, or like I'm trying to defend someone, I could do it in a respectful way.
Well, when you know how to defend yourself, that is really helpful in life because there's many obstacles in life where you have to defend yourself. Let's say, for example, you're going to a store and the cashier, the person, they're paying you, they're overcharging you. Then you have to defend yourself that, oh, well, you're overcharging me, and this is what I'm supposed to pay. Because there's many environmental problems going on right now in our world, like pollution, air pollution, different types of pollution, also sound pollution. Then us as, well, not only students, but also as adults, we could help out our community by starting new programs and being leaders to start defending and protecting our environment.